they say is the highest bidder. That money that the judiciary is making at the expense of Nigerian people, stuffing off their pockets against the ethics of their profession and the oath they swore to uphold the sanctity of a country as big as Nigeria. The judiciary has to choose between their profession and the money their highest payers are giving them. They have to decide whether to do their job or to go scouting for the big hands that fill up their big pockets. It's a choice they have to make onwards. Judiciary, no this and no peace. You guys are the problem of Nigeria. Now keep us where we are today. Nigerians are getting so fed up that they are beginning to zero in on exactly the sources of their problems. If you guys will not take your place as independently to make right decisions over our country, Nigerians will not hesitate to see you as a threat to nation building, and they will treat you exactly the same, like the threats you are. Emeka Nwite, you are the one handling the present protest case, where you have locked up young Nigerians, people's children. You have kids, and even if you don't, you have relations and families. Do not allow Nigerians begin to manhunt you, the problem of the country. If you people will not allow dissenting voices, you will not allow people the freedom that has naturally been given to them by God, that of expression, that of saying or complaining about what is bothering them. It's a fundamental right to adjust when you are hot, cold, or discomforted in any form. So if you take away the inalienable rights of Nigerians by force, by exorbitant bail conditions, by trumped up charges, by your so-called deterrence, you are whipping up the kind of anarchy you guys will not be able to handle. Be sure you will no longer be a tool in the hands of those who use you against the Nigerian states, because a few of you are now the threats to our peace, and you will be made allies in this country as against you making Nigerians the allies in their own country. You cannot gag them. Now you guys keep Nigeria the way it is, and Nigerians will no longer hesitate to make you actual government and start holding you responsible. Your children are innocent from your decisions, but these things have a way of coming back as the parents of the people who you hold to ransom, who you hold hostage, are also shedding tears. There are natural laws that when you keep people sad, you will also pay with sadness. Do not set up your children for sorrows. Do not set up yourselves for a disastrous end. This thing is getting too much. They are pushing Nigerians to push back in the most bizarre way. If you make peaceful protest a crime, you then empower violent revolution. Because one thing you can never do is to take the freedom, the natural freedom of the people from them. It's a basic right, God-given right. You cannot be the one to take it or confer it on the Nigerian people. Tinubu, the man you are protecting, and Tinubu, not be Nigerians won't overthrow you. Not be Nigerians won't overthrow your government. You already did. Now you want to dethrone yourself, and you are the one dethroning yourself. What is it about this power that is so, I don't know, that's everything they say is people want to overthrow Tinubu's government. What is it about the government that they want to overthrow? You are already overthrowing yourself when you grab power by stealing or force.
Political power is not going to be served in a restaurant. It's not served in a la carte. This is what we are doing. It's being determined to do it. At all costs, fight for it, grab it, snatch it, and run with it.
You are going to be doing exactly what you're doing now just to keep it, using force to also keep that power. The best thing you can do is to honorably resign. Now sit you there so, now power you there so. Are you actually governing? Because as far as we know, when you move around the world, the whole world keep face like there is no person there. There's nobody there. They avoid you like a plague. Unlike the days that the president of Nigeria is a song, how the one-time giant of Africa is relegated to a country that nobody no longer hears about in the international news or any news for anything good, courtesy of the man that instituted himself and corrupting all our institutions and arms of government. Nobody wants to identify with you. No country is identifying with you. They are not proud to associate with you. So the question is, now governance they do so, now sit you there so, you don't already dethrone yourself. So it's not about grabbing power and going to stay there. And Nigerians will keep telling you that the worst thing you will do is to gag the people. They their lane, they your lane. Share you grab power, they your lane. Do not go further in witch hunting Nigerians. This will not show of force. You are radicalizing Nigerians with this your show of force. It is not a deterrent. We will implore you to go and engage with the hoodlums in the bushes, the terrorists that are killing off the Nigerian people, and not those that are acting as an eye for the government, telling them areas they need to do well or they need to improve on. Stop flexing with armless Nigerian people. Go and flex with those destabilizing your country. Go and engage with the terrorists and not armless Nigerian people. DSS, stop radicalizing Nigerians. Tinubu, stop radicalizing Nigerians. The judiciary, stop being a tool in the hands of a few corrupt elements that has hijacked our country. The judicial body, in all their ramifications, should sit down and call themselves to order, because Nigerians are going to take you on one-on-one. Do you care to know that most of the issues that caused the protest have not been addressed? Fuel prices were not as high as they are now. Few days ago, when the protest happened, more Nigerians have died since after then. Negligence of your administration is sweeping away the people of Maiduguri in floods. Hello Turunji have killed more Nigerians. Those terrorists in the north have displaced more families. More women have been raped. More children have become fatherless, motherless, homeless. More Nigerians have been plunged into poverty. They have lost their homes, their ancestral homes. Mothers have been made to sleep with their sons and also pay ransom. You are not bothered that Nigerians are going down the graves in droves. You are bothered that a few young people who have been deprived shouted to the government to do the right things, and you lock them up in chains. You lock them up like criminals and terrorists. You slam them with trumped-up charges, and you are hitting your teeth all over the place like a wounded lion looking for who to devour. Unfortunately, your target is innocent Nigerians. We would hope that you will engage with those that are much more dangerous than the people you are engaging with. You have them in your cabinets, the people destabilizing Nigeria. You are pretending about not knowing their involvement in the terrorism going on in the north. Go and ask your Minister of Defense to deal with the mess he created. Go and look inwards and stop hunting down innocent Nigerian people. What is it about this government? You are in there already. Enjoy your stay in peace and let Nigerians be in peace. Stop bothering Nigerians with your insecurity, with your personal insecurity and fears. Treason, anarchy, overthrowing government. Who elected you democratically that they want to overthrow you? You are using the same court that installed you over the wishes of Nigerians to gag them. Nigerians will come heavily on the specific people causing their problems. Bother yourself with the fact that most countries are avoiding Nigeria like a plague. Courtesy of you. Is this the so-called fight for democracy that you boast to be part of in your so-called trenches? If you were in the trenches, did you vow to put every Nigerian in the trenches too? There is something about abuse. Those that are abused seem to take it out on the innocent people. And that is what you're doing. If you say that the Abacha regime abused you, are you doing the same to the Nigerian people? It simply means you need therapy. You need therapy. You need serious therapy. You need deliverance from your schizophrenia or whatever, or PTSD. What is wrong with you? What are you doing? You arrest the Labour chairman, you arrest innocent Nigerians, you put an arrest order on Showore and so many other Nigerians. Is this what you came to do? If the people supporting you had known that this would be your focus, I'm very sure they wouldn't have. You are fast losing it. You are fast losing it. Don't let your fall be so great like that of Nebuchadnezzar. Call your DSS, your attack dogs to order. Nigerian police, you are not doing the right thing. Enough of these shenanigans. Enough of this Our country is already at the brinks, so heated that you cannot tow this part. There are better ways. There are better ways. There are better ways. Nobody uses abnormality to solve problems. If it is too difficult for you, the pressure is much on you. The governance of Nigeria is so difficult for you. Do the honorable thing, resign, and don't take it out on the Nigerian people. Do the honorable thing, resign. Don't corrupt our force men. The prices of fuel that you recently increased is making Nigerians dead while they are alive. Even the inflationary effects is still coming amidst there's so much inflation that Nigerians experience. If you say inflation is a global phenomenon, it is not with the progression that it is in Nigeria because it is humanly created. You have a hand in it also in your NNPC and your involvement and Buhari's involvement in the oil management. You are the minister of petroleum. You took over from Buhari, and throughout all this while, you people have refused to take direct responsibility of what is happening in the NNPC, knowing full well that that is Nigeria's sole means of livelihood. By the time the effect of the increase starts biting, it will be so dire. You have not even seen protests, and you are trying to gag the ones who protested of hunger. Now when the protest for starvation starts, what are you going to do? Because it is coming, prices will go up high. The effect of your increment will show, and you have not started because Nigerians will yet complain. If it is the only solution you know to beat them down, go ahead. The China you are running to now was once together in the list with Nigeria as developing countries. They were deliberate about removing themselves from that list. Nigeria has not only refused to be deliberate about getting off that list, it has further depreciated, once again gone back into the list of underdeveloped countries, not developing countries. And you are angry that the people are talking about it instead of holding hands with the Nigerian people to see how we can get to solutions. You are busy making them the problem. You are in for a long thing because Nigerians will not back down. You will not take our voice. Every legal luminary in Nigeria should sit down and begin to call the judiciary to order, because they have been our pain. They have been our destruction. They are the people that kept us where we are today. And Nigerians are no longer ready to watch them continue. We are not ready to watch them continue. We are not ready to watch them continue. Judiciary, begin to invoke all the medium by which you call your people to order and begin to talk among yourselves, because we have spotted you as the main reason Nigeria is the way it is. The main reason we are where we are today are you, the judiciary. You have allowed yourself to be tools for the destruction of our country. Call yourselves to order and invoke all the mechanism by which you call yourselves to order, because we know who our real problems are. None of the things the people cried out for have changed. They are getting worse. All the things Nigerian people begged their government to implement, they never did anyone. They never looked into the fuel crisis, the fuel problem. Rather, their monumental failure of an NNPC and their emblem of corruption is on rampage against the people of Nigeria. The constitutional review the people talked about is not an issue. Cutting down the cost of government is not an issue. They have been frivolous with running a country that should be very meticulous at this time. Nigerians have cried tears. They are now crying blood. What next will it be? They will die fighting. They would rather not die in vain. They would die fighting.